Welcome to Flavors in the Dark, where we uncover the secrets of Asian cuisine, one dish at a time. Today, we're exploring sushi, a timeless Japanese delicacy that's both an art and a tradition. From the silky texture of fresh sashimi to the perfect balance of rice, seaweed, and toppings, sushi is a celebration of simplicity and flavor. Whether it's the classic nigiri or a bold maki roll, every bite tells a story of craftsmanship and culture. Let's dive into the world of sushi and discover what makes it so extraordinary. Sushi traces its origins back from the rice fields of Asia, China, to be specific. This may be shocking to you, as most people assume that sushi was first created in Japan. However, this is not the case. While Japan is certainly the sushi capital of the world, and responsible for introducing the dish to travelers, sushi traces its origins back to a Chinese dish called narizushi. This dish consisted of fermented rice and salted fish, and despite what you may think, it wasn't fermented and salted for flavor. The dish's earliest known origin was in the 2nd century BC, so it predates refrigerators by nearly 2,000 years. Sushi is often considered a Japanese food, but it's actually believed to have originated from Southeast Asia. There are records of sushi being eaten in Japan as early as the 8th century AD, but it was likely a different dish than what we know today. The word sushi is actually derived from the Japanese word for vinegar, which was used as a preservative in early sushi preparations. The rice fermentation kept the fish fresher for longer, but no one ate the rice. This method later made its way to Japan, where it has been modified. In addition, Japanese people began to eat rice. However, during the Edo era, the contemporary style of sushi that we are all familiar with blossomed in Japan. Sushi became a popular quick meal option in Tokyo, which was then known as Edo. The dish was created to keep fish from spoiling in the heat by packing the meat with rice and salt. The rice was fermented to preserve it, and the fish was salted to prevent the growth of bacteria and microorganisms. The dish spread from China to Japan in the 8th century. During the Muromachi period, 1336 to 1573, the Japanese invented a style of sushi called namanare, or namanari, sheng-cheng, namanare, namanari, which means partially fermented. The fermentation period of namanare was shorter than that of the earlier narizushi, and the rice used for fermentation was also eaten with the fish. In other words, with the invention of namanare, sushi changed from a preserved fish food to a food where fish and rice are eaten together. The Japanese adapted the technique by using rice wine, vinegar, or sake to ferment the fish, which allowed it to be cured faster. In 1958, Yoshiaki Shiraishi opened the first conveyor belt sushi restaurant, Huijuan Shoshi Kaiten Zushi, named Genroku Zushi in Higashi, Osaka. In conveyor belt sushi restaurants, conveyor belts installed along tables and counters in the restaurant transport plates of sushi to customers. Generally, the bill is based on the number of plates, with different colored plates representing the price of the sushi. Sushi is not all raw fish. While sushi does traditionally include raw fish, there are many varieties of sushi that don't include seafood at all. In fact, some of the most popular types of sushi are made with cooked ingredients, like chicken or salmon. So if you're not a fan of raw fish, don't worry, sushi has something for everyone. Sushi isn't really about raw seafood. Sushi is more of a way of cooking and serving vinegared rice with additional ingredients. The vinegared and seasoned rice with a little salt and sugar is what makes this specifically made rice dish very unique. Cooked fish, tempura, seafood, pork, and vegetables were utilized in many sushi rolls. As a result, the well-known California roll can also be regarded genuine sushi. Sushi is always healthy. Sushi is often thought of as a healthy food. After all, it's mostly just fish and rice. But sushi can actually be quite unhealthy depending on how it's prepared. One of the biggest sushi myths is that raw fish is always healthy. While raw fish can be safe to eat, there is a risk of contracting foodborne illnesses like salmonella or E. coli. It's important to only consume raw fish from reputable sources. Another myth is that sushi is always low in calories. While sushi can be a low-calorie option, it can also be very high in calories depending on the ingredients used. For example, tempura-style sushi rolls are typically fried and can be quite high in calories. Sushi is also often thought of as a low-fat food, but many sushi rolls are made with mayonnaise or other fatty ingredients, and those delicious tempura shrimp can add up quickly. Sushi can also be high in sodium. Many sushi rolls include soy sauce, which is high in sodium. So if you're watching your salt intake, be careful when ordering sushi. Thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed this little dive into sushi and love discovering new flavors, give this video a thumbs up, share it with someone who loves food as much as you do, and hit subscribe for more tasty adventures. What's a dish you've been wanting to learn about? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you in the next video.